Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Mike from smartoptiontrading.com. Thank you, everybody, for following me and asking to get my free weekly news video. So if you're interested in learning more, come over to smartoptiontrading.com, click on trading alerts, and you can come in and follow me there, and it'll tell you everything here. I'm not trying to sell you today. Let's talk about what's going on in the markets in the week that was, and let's just go right to the weekly SPY. And when you look at this market, a lot of people are trying to get very bearish, and I have been saying I'm not bearish on this market. I'm not bearish on this market. We had this big pullback. Here's your full entire move here in the markets, the sell-off. We created a higher low here with this island gap down, and now we just spent 2 weeks digesting this move. And we are now trading for the second week in a row. We have, 30 minutes to go. We're going to close above the 50% retracement on the SPY. This is bullish. We're in the middle of earnings season. Earnings season has been so far better than expected. Not good, but better than expected. And the market here closing above the 50-day, assuming this holds with 29 minutes to go. Very, very low volume today, guys. I do want to point this out compared to where we've been, but that doesn't matter. So getting bearish on this market has not been working. Notice how we're using the 50% retracement here right now as support. We bounced off of it today, and look at this hammer candle up we formed. So the market continues to act strong. The Qs are even stronger when you look at the Qs here. You can see on the Qs, we've actually taken back the 61.8% retracement, another big move on the Qs today. And overall, this market's strong. Intel had earnings last night. They weren't good. They lowered guidance, yet they bought the weakness back. This is very, 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 very telling in this market. If they really didn't like it, they wouldn't be buying this weakness back. Look at this. Intel's gone green. So when you ask about this week, what was good? Well, this week, AMD continues to trade well, flagging here ahead of earnings next week, all-time highs, and that move to 60, just a heartbeat away to take it out here. Just not the power to get through there. NVIDIA has been strong. Another name that's been acting very, very well. This week was dominated by the news on oil. Oil early this week with the negative contracts. I took a loss on USO. I got into it, had to get out quickly, took about $1,000 loss. Nothing you can do about it. It happens. USO I would avoid here. This year you're playing with fire if you want to trade this here right now. There's a great chance that they're going to be in deep trouble and go out of business here. What else was good this week? I traded that. I traded Crowd. Crowd had a bunch of weekly 75 calls being bought on here, right? Nice pop on that day. Then we came in here, played some games, went sideways, 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 and here today you're getting that final release. I traded Crowd. I've owned the stock since 66.20 area. I'm going to get called away. I sold some calls on it today, earlier this week against it, the 70s. I had a chance to get out today, and I didn't get filled trying to play games. I got too cute. So it's going to get called away. Still a nice win. I'll get called away at about 71 bucks for the win. I also traded some of the weekly 75s today flat. Didn't work. Zoom was a great trader. Made money on Zoom all week today. You have now the news with Facebook getting involved, that coming down. Trip has seen flow for the last 2 weeks. They've been buying the January 2150 calls and selling the January puts against it, creating a bull risk reversal. Very, very bullish. Over 20,000 of those now traded. We had trades on Boeing this week. Boeing gave a trade up, but again, still can't break above the 21-day moving average. Weak here going into earnings next week. Not the place they want to be right now. Microsoft had an okay week, but really chopping around, just not trading as well as it has the last couple of weeks. Notice that gap up, and then it's been stuck in this area. Filled this gap here yesterday, and since then just kind of going sideways. Apple trying to wake up here heading into earnings. Nice move today, back up into this area. Bottom line is tech's been the place to be. Roku gave a couple nice trades this week off of Netflix earnings. Nice little move here with this as it's getting ready for earnings as well. Netflix also, big earnings this week. Great numbers. Great numbers, but not enough to move the needle, and kind of stuck here trading in this channel now between basically 414 and 449.50. So right now it's kind of in limbo, but if it holds this bottom of this channel, continues to stay in the game. Bottom line, nice week. Traded a lot this week, a nice green week. Gave some money back with USO, made money on Square, Microsoft, Snap, CVX this week. I lost a little bit of money on Amazon, made money on Boeing, lost a little money on Boeing, lost a little money on Microsoft, made more money on Microsoft. It's kind of one of those weeks that everything was just a little bit tough to trade. And that's very, very typical of a market that's digesting. So what I recommend is when you get into a market like we're in right now, where we're digesting this move, is don't take a lot of overnight risk, and any risk you take longer term, because the market's just chopping around and they're rotating in and out of names. This will change probably next week when we get a better earnings picture. One of the busiest earnings weeks of the quarter is next week. You got names like Apple and Microsoft and Facebook reporting, AMD, among a lot of others. So everybody enjoy your weekend. Have a great weekend. And I'll catch you guys all on Monday morning. Thanks for listening. Take care.